What would you like to say to your fellow candidates who are vying for the AU chairperson position?
Yeah, let's work on a clean, on a fair campaign, and let us give the best to the continent and show the best of our individual personalities, and the leaders will make the choice at the right time. So good luck to them.
How are you?
Fine.
Pleasure to see you.
Good. Karibu.
Asante.
Yes, how are you doing?
I'm fine.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Good. Karibu.
Asante.
Yes, how are you doing?
I'm fine.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Excellent.
Yes, sir.
Djibouti's Foreign Affairs Minister Mahamoud Ali Yusuf has been touted as a strong candidate for the African Union Commission chairperson seat. The 58-year-old says he is the only candidate capable of bridging the gap between the different regions of Africa.
Hey, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I go by the name Romy Rose on all social media platforms, as you can see on your screens right now. Kindly consider following me on these platforms so that we can keep on the conversation rolling, and I really appreciate. For those who haven't subscribed to this channel, kindly consider subscribing and make sure you turn on the post notification bell on so that you can always be notified whenever I post another video. So today we're going to talk about the AU chairman seat election that will be happening next year, early next year in February. And it's interesting here in Kenya because we have a candidate by the name Raila and is facing a stiff competition from other countries or other candidates from Djibouti, Mauritania, and Mauritius. So guys, for the analysis and the statistics which have been taking place are showing that the top two candidates are the one from Kenya and for the one from Djibouti, and Djibouti is giving Kenya a run for his money because apparently they have very big support from many countries here in Africa, and you know, it's a big challenge for Raila Odinga to try and see if he will manage to get the chairman seat, because I think for the East African slot, for being a president or for being the leader, the chairman leader, or rather, this is the last time, not the last time, but at least for the next 30 years, we would be getting the chance to offer a chairman, because it usually goes round to the north side, east, west, and the south side. So it usually rotates, and it takes years for a part of the Africa to get the chance to lead the continent. So in this case, it's gonna take another 30 years for East Africa to get another chance to offer a chairman to be elected to be a leader, so the African leader. So it's gonna be a crazy one, but I believe it's gonna be at least this opportunity is gonna at least stay in East Africa, because both the top two candidates are all from eastern part of Africa, that is Djibouti and Kenya, because Djibouti is still part of the east side of Africa. So for me, I think according to the facts that helps somebody to get the chairmanship, the chairman seat, they usually look at how somebody can express and can communicate with the different countries here in Africa. And in Africa, we have very many countries that speak different languages, and the main languages are French, Arabic, English. Yeah, those are the main languages spoken here in Africa. And in this case, Raila falls short, because for him, he only speaks in English. And the Djibouti candidate, which is the most favorable candidate according to the statistics and the analysis that have been done, he he speaks at least four languages, and you know, that's an advantage to him because he can speak in Arabic, he can speak in English, he can speak in French, and the other one is the language spoken in their country, which is shared in Djibouti, Eritrea, and Ethiopia. So he's really advantaged because all these countries will be voting. The head of these states will be voting, and you know, it's gonna be beautiful to see who will be winning this one. But you know, that's one thing. That's one factor that helps a candidate to you know, to elevate themselves to the top-notch position in the AU chairperson seat. So language, there the Djibouti candidate beats Raila, you know, and you know, somebody might think the language thing is just an easy and a lighter thing to look over, but you know, when you go to a French-speaking country, you know, they'll feel more familiar and they'll resonate quite easily with the person who speaks their language, the person who understands them with their language. You know, if you go to the Arabic country in the north part of Africa, for them, they speak in Arabic, most of them, so they will resonate easily with somebody who can speak at least with their language. So that's how crazy it gets, because this is a detailed seat or position of leadership. So it tends to be quite you know, challenging journey for you to get that seat, you know. So another factor is a big factor whereby, you know, it needs a leader who at least pushes for Pan-Africanism, and that's where Raila at least has points, but the Djibouti candidate has been a very good ambassador, you know, in very many countries, and the one that carries the journey is the one which was in Egypt. You know, he was a ambassador in Egypt, and when he was there, he really helped the relationship between Djibouti and Egypt, and widely the northern part of Africa. The relationship with Djibouti was improved when he was there as an ambassador in Egypt. And another thing is that you know, he has always been pushing for Africa countries to be united and to abolish this passport thing, you know, which not the passport thing, the visa requirements that you require as an Africa to travel to another African country, you know, and this doesn't apply to the people from the international community, for example, in Europe, America, Russia, or the first world countries. They don't need visas to come to Africa or to travel to Africa, but Africans are limited with the visa to travel in Africa, and they are Africans. So he was pushing to remove this visa thing up, which is, you know, limiting Africans to engage with other Africans trade-wise, you know, here in Africa, which will help the economy of Africa to grow big and better. So another thing is the religion here, the religious part of this nature. When you know, you're vying for the AU chairman seat, you know, religious tend to play a part, and in this case, the Islamic Association in Africa has supported, they has put their trust and support towards the Djibouti candidate, and that's a big plus for him, because we have very many countries which are Islamic states here in Africa, and that's gonna be a plus for him, because the Islamic Association has seconded him for the AU chairman seat, and you know, these are very big boosts, and in this case, Raila is gonna, you know, struggle with the Islamic countries, which are very many especially in the northern part of Africa and the west part of Africa. So this is gonna, make Raila, have sleepless nights, because this is one chance that comes in a million, so I don't think Raila will be, sitting well with that decision, but he doesn't have any power over it. So that one, you can say the Djibouti candidate is going to enjoy the support that has been given by the Islamic Association. So that's a plus for him. So all I can say is that we can stay hopeful as Kenyans, but I believe it's going to be a very tough journey to the AU chairman seat, And the funny thing I saw is that Kenya will, in case Raila is, because they usually vote in stages. There is stage 1, they eliminate some of the candidates. Stage 2, they vote in stages, they eliminate. So in case Raila is eliminated in the first eliminations, we will support Kenya will support the Djibouti candidate. So we're still together, man. But for me, all I can say, Raila hasn't been more of an international leader here in Africa. He has been more of a local leader. Most of the time he has been founder of vying for presidency in Kenya. So his politics has been always here in Kenya, locally, while the other one has been internationally, being an ambassador of many countries. He always visits different countries and engages with different head of states. So let's see how this will turn out, and kindly let me know your opinion in the comment section, and I really appreciate.
Unfortunate for Kenyans, and because the position I'm taking is that Raila Odinga will not get that seat.
Will not get that seat?
He will not get that seat, but he will aspire to get that seat. The reasons are as follows. One, if AU wanted to give Raila that seat, they could not have appointed William Ruto, Raila's president, to be the chair of the commission? The
AU chairperson.
The AU chairperson. AU chairperson, being a Kenyan and being President Dr. William Ruto, he will be the person to preside over the elections of the AU Commission. He will oversee the AU Commission elections, where Raila will be in the ballot. Mm-hmm. So, he will be the Chebukati of IBC, of the elections. Will he not be having a conflict of interest from the perspective of other 51 or 57 presidents that will be voting? That is one question. So the way William was put there was to say, you, for Kenya, we have finished with you.
So you think Raila will not get the AUC seat?
No, he won't. He's not even qualified. The Djibouti guy will beat Raila. Baba ataoshwa. As he say in the Luo, they will nango Baba.
Okay. If really Kenya wants Raila to go, they must go beyond Ruto running into Nyanza. He should have been in West Africa, not Nyanza. It started as I didn't see a Francophone president. That was very telling diplomatically. When a president sends a minister or sends a principal secretary, that is a diplomatic communication that we are not happy with this.
I think Mr. Odinga is going to lose this election in Addis Ababa, and I think I'm the only one who thinks that. I will be shocked if he gets even a slim majority. I think the candidate from Djibouti is going to win a landslide. One of the biggest influences of the AU is the French. Now, Amina and I, we knew we were going to win. And then the French government intervened heavily in those elections. And we lost. We even had the support of Djibouti. This Djibouti that is standing here today. Yeah. One of the people who stabbed us in the back in that election. I think that the same scenario is what is going to happen in the AU. I think the French, the Sahel areas, major states in Central Africa are going to stand up to the candidature of Mr. Odinga and say no.
Uganda voted for Kenya in the first round, but when went for the second round, Uganda did not vote for Kenya. Up to the seventh round, Uganda didn't vote for Kenya. Yeah, so that was the first blow that Kenya had, because Uganda is, it's given that Uganda will support Kenya. We share a lot with Uganda. Yes. We share a border, we share people, we share languages with Uganda, we share a lot with Uganda. Yeah. And for Uganda not to support Kenya, it raised the alarm now, even in other countries that are far away from Kenya.
So you mean that these guys are supporting us just with mouth?
Yeah.
Kindly, if you haven't subscribed to this YouTube channel, kindly subscribe, and I really appreciate. Then like, and then share this video to your friends and family, and I really appreciate. So without much further ado, see you into the next one. Successful people look like you, and bye bye. Adios. Boom.